Hello and welcome to the week. In the recent confrontation between India and Pakistan, following Operation Sindoor, under which the Indian Air Force carried out strikes at multiple targets in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, Pakistan retaliated to those strikes using Turkish military hardware. Hundreds of Turkish made drones from companies like Bayraktar were used against military targets, which were successfully downed by India's S-400 system in Jammu and Kashmir, Pathankot, Punjab, and all the way to Rajasthan. Turkey of late has become a major source of military hardware, NATO standard military hardware for Pakistan. Turkey, being a Muslim country, aspires to be a Muslim leader of Muslim countries. We know there are 52 Muslim countries in OIC, and Turkey is vying for the leadership of this conglomerate. Although the Arab countries, especially the Saudis, have traditionally dominated the OIC, but Turkey, because of its past as a power when Ottoman Kingdom or Empire ruled the roost for most parts of the world. So under Erdogan, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Turkey is once again aspiring to be a power, at least in the Muslim world. And Turkey's relationship with Pakistan goes back very long. So of late, Turkey has emerged as a major source of military hardware. We know that Turkey has provided Pakistan upgrades to its military hardware like French-built submarines like Augusta 90B, and Turkey has also involved Pakistan in its major aviation project, the fifth generation fighter, the stealth fighter named as Khan. Khan recently conducted test flights in Turkey. So Pakistan is being roped in by Turkey as a partner in Khan, although Pakistan's contribution to this project is limited. But Turkey is hoping to sell Khan, and Pakistan will perhaps be the first export customer for this. So in the recent confrontation, it was observed that Turkey played a key role in allowing Pakistan to send hundreds of drones into Jammu and Kashmir. Not just drones, Turkey provided other military hardware to Pakistan during this 4 days confrontation, wherein the Indian air defense batteries played a key role downing most of these drones, which came in the form of a swarm trying to saturate the air defenses. However, given the S-400 state-of-the-art capabilities, most of these drones were downed. So in the backdrop of what Turkey's military and diplomatic support to Pakistan, there has been a growing chorus within the country to boycott Turkey and its products. So recently, the apple growers from Himachal met Union Minister for Industries and Commerce, and they urged that Turkish exports, especially apples, should be banned. Domestic apples in India mostly come from Himachal and Kashmir. Remember, the 70% of apples that India exports come from Kashmir. But Kashmir's domestic sales have faced increasing competition of late, especially from apples from countries like Turkey and Iran. Although Iran does not supply apples to India directly, but Iranian apples make their way into India through Afghanistan. So because of this recent confrontation that we saw when Operation Sindoor was carried out, in which the Indian Air Force hit multiple targets, so there's a growing chorus that there should be a ban on Turkish apples. Although Turkish apples contribute around 15 to 20% in the domestic market. However, if there's a ban or if there's a boycott of the Turkish apple, it is likely to boost at least the domestic sales of Kashmiri apple, which are good in quality and competitive. So you remember that Kashmir produces 1.5 million metric tons of apples every year, and apple is the backbone of Kashmir's economy. More than 7 lakh farmers are associated with horticulture, especially apple. Then there are people who are indirectly associated with trade, like transporters, people who sell pesticides, fungicides. Then there are laborers, and also there are people who make packages for apples. So if this apple import is restricted or banned, this is likely to boost. So apple growers in Kashmir hope that if the ban is followed through, or if there's a voluntary boycott from India, this will be a good news for apple, which has been for apple, Kashmiri apple, which has been struggling, and it will definitely reflect in greater sales for Kashmiri apple.